Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, a house of loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Sun Devils will kick it away to start. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So Oregon's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Fires to the big fella. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. On fourth down, looking to pass. Makes the grab past the marker. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Power football with the run. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Firing to the right, complete. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. And the Ducks started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon!
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting the drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Arizona State's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And this might be a real challenge for this quarterback because that corner, David, can take away an entire half of the field.
Yeah, and that's the bright part of this defense. Like you know out wide exactly what you're getting week in and week out, and it is top flight. Like one of the best in the country at your spot. So interested to see how this passing attack works while avoiding that guy, because I'm not going after him, Palmer.
Well, I don't think this quarterback has seen a secondary built like this. He definitely hasn't seen a corner with this guy's ability. And so if he is going to try him, he better have really good timing. He better be very accurate. He better not be late throwing out-breaking routes because this dude will pick him off.
Slips one guy, and now he's loose. Wide open spaces. He's at the slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then, David, it shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The Ducks keeping this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up top.
So many things to look at. You know, they've always traditionally gone fast as well in the past at Oregon, but, you know, the quarterback run and the run up the middle and then play action pass, they keep you guessing a lot, and they make a lot of plays down the field because your eyes are focused on something they shouldn't be focused on.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. Gonna look downfield again. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Ducks decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Just needs a crack to get a return. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Using the quick game. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. The Sun Devils moving quickly to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
That's caught. It's Stevens.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Wants to go up top. Shoots it to the left. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
With the catch, it's Stevens. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Stevens. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Silver. And this one will be stopped for no gain. So now it's second and long.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Rush is on him. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
That's a good decision by the quarterback. I know that's not going to come up on the stat sheet, but you're in the pocket, nobody's open. Don't risk turning it over. Just throw it away.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. He splits the uprights. And with that, they've taken the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Northwestern is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. We've seen this program stage memorable comebacks before. Do not rule out another one today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Coastal Carolina. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Back to pass on second down. Unloads it left. Complete downfield. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking downfield on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. This time on target. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Ducks are on the move. Wants to go up top on first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Ducks can really attack on this second and short. Leaves it with the back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. From the 22 on 1st and 10. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
And that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. It's complete! And he will score! Touchdown, Ducks!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. To the air on first down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
The one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball down.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up the safety.
He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. And the Sun Devils line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wants to throw on first down. Bring in the heat. Out of the backfield, he's open. And he's brought down after a nice gain. So you think quarterbacks are all about glory. How about taking that shot and getting rid of it just in time?
He did a great job hanging in there, being tough, and more importantly, I think, as a quarterback surveying the field, looking downfield, nothing open.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. Taking it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Looking for a gap. It's Silver. Got the first down. Looking for more. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The Sun Devils, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Toure. Runs through a tackle. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. New set of downs after the completion. He'll keep it himself. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run play action. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And the Sun Devils will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. He'll start this drive going to the air. It's complete to the right. How about that weight room work? He's showing off there as he gets across the 20. They'll mark it at the 22. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He lofts one down the sideline. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And I don't mind this coaching staff and their decision to stay aggressive here with the lead at the end of the first half. You've got a quarterback that, in my opinion, has earned the right to throw the ball in these situations, but you got to be better with your decision-making right there. That's a costly turnover, which now gives your opponent the chance to score some more points here at the end of the half.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Offense threatening. 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
This one's complete. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Grabbed over the middle at Stevens. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. First and goal. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. It's now a one-point game, 14-13. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. On the run from inside his own 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
And he's coming out of the end zone. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spot. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense...
There he goes! He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. Look at them. They're right back on the football.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up. And this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
The Sun Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude.
He unleashes a long one. He's got it up to 20. He's at the touchdown, Sun Devils. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Out of the gun, the running back has it. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They'll ride the hot hand. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Finds a tight end. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Oregon! A great catch and run for 6.
How about that drive they just put together to tie this football game up? That is exactly what we talked about in the half. Like, coaches circled them up. First drive, set the tone, tie this ball game up. That is great execution out of halftime.
Yeah, David, it looked like they really had a good plan, too. Obviously made some adjustments there at halftime, things that they would come out and try to attack this defense with, and it looks like they found something here, and that is a perfect way to start the second half. Now an opportunity here to take the lead.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Finds his big tight end. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. And the Sun Devils are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, the power run here. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. This offense is starting to believe, and as they generate yards and points, they're bringing momentum with them, finding open areas. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Got a man, it's Stevens. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
And you don't see that often when you're running a screen and you're featuring the running back and setting it up, but you go elsewhere. It's a nice job by the offense, nice job by the quarterback in particular.
Oh, he's got some space. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Sun Devils want to move quickly. The play action fake. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air.
I think the quarterback on that play on 3rd down showing you his maturity and his experience. Nothing open. So you're not going to try to force the ball into coverage, risk turning it over, just throw it out of bounds, live to play another down.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
I like the idea defensively here, too, now. You got the lead. It's the second half. You can play more zone coverage. Trust your athletes on the back end to break on the ball and make something happen, like they did right there, forcing the incompletion.
That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Hauls it in. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching him. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. The short hands, it's Silver.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The give to the tailback. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. He wants to throw it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On 4th down, going to the air. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. And the Sun Devils are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And he uses the old bank shot to knock it off the left upright and get it through somehow. Now it'll take a touchdown to beat him, a 5-point lead here in the 4th. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. They'll send the back in motion. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Fires to the big fella. He has a knack for taking away the tackler's leverage. He's out to the 34.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Ducks! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And at this stage of the game in the 4th quarter, big-time players make big plays in big games. What a great job after he secured the catch in the open field, showing off the speed, taking it to the house, and with it, his team now has the lead.
Leading by 1, they'll go ahead and go for 2 and try to make it a field goal game. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. The 2-point conversion is good. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's going to try to return this one. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen. The Sun Devils will hustle to the line. He'll do it himself. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. And here we go, down the score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. And the Sun Devils will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Here's a heat. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. The Sun Devils have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Right on the money. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a 4th down. This game will come down to this, a field goal try to save them. Huge field goal attempt could tie the game, and he'll have to make it through ear-splitting noise. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. They'll start this drive from the 42. To the ground with the back. Breaks into the open. Pass to 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Oregon.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a 2-possession game. And guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
Looking for the 2-point try. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Going right to work up top. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. To the air on 2nd down. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier. And they got him in the end zone for a safety.
A lot of things had to happen for this offense to get back in the game, but how about the defense? The defense said, no, sir. We're going to end this one right now. Makes the big play, gets the safety. Not only do they score points, they get the football back, and the clock is on this side. The defense just ended this football game.
Opening play of the drive from the 39. He might want another play. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got him downfield. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. They get the timeout and the clock reads 3 seconds. And after this play, the cake will be baked. To the air on 1st down. He'll take a shot. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there was some